This is Wave 105. Welcome back to the evening show, The Shires. How are you?
Hello, we're good, thank you.
So we got Chrissy and Ben who are with us. If you weren't around a year ago, we went all through how you got your name and everything, and how the fact that you should be from Nashville, but you're actually from Bedfordshire,
Yes.
which is where the name came from. And obviously we're sort of a year on down the line. How have things been moving on since last time you paid us a visit?
It has been one crazy year for us. It really has. We've been on tour twice, headlining tours, and we've been all over the country. And we've got an album that we are bringing out. So we went to Nashville to record that, and there's just so much gone on, really. The album out next month, which is the most exciting thing for us.
It's called Brave, and you say you went over to Nashville to do that. How do people take it in Nashville? I'm going to ask you, Ben, this one. How do people take it in Nashville? Because obviously, you know, you're English, and do they say you can't possibly know anything about
No,
country?
it's the opposite, really. They love it out there. I mean, it's a really cosmopolitan place now. There's people from England there, there's people from Europe, and yeah, I think they love just that there's so many people making that music now, which is great. I mean, we loved it. We had about 15 songs with us, and we had a session band. And we had all these demos on like our phones, or some demos we'd done in my little studio at home, and they just listened through to it once. Then they go into the studio, play the songs, and they did 15 songs in 3 days, which was just out of this world. And it's really old-fashioned the way they do it. They do it all live. They just walk in and play the songs. And for us, it was... I mean, it'd always been almost like a pipe dream for us to make an album in Nashville, but now we've got it back and it's all finished, it's all mixed and stuff. I mean, we couldn't be more proud and more excited, really.
And when you do your bits as well, do you do the same sort of technique? Because obviously you come in here, you're going to do a little number for us as well. But when you did your bits on the album, was that all sort of as live?
No. Basically, you do one live vocal with the band, so they know what they're playing to, and then our producers were Swedish, weirdly enough. We wanted to get a good balance between pop and country, and they'd had a few hits in Nashville, so we used them, and we went out to Sweden, and did the vocals there. So we spent about 9 days doing 18 tracks of vocals. And I think the thing is with vocals,
We did have one live CD we released on our last tour, which was the live EP at the Green Note, and they were just completely full takes of the song, so they were completely live. But yeah, the albums, to put one together, they're never just one stream. Well, a few of the tracks we did
two of them were Made in England and How Many Love Songs were completely live, and we did them together in that sort of old school way of like facing each other. So we had one mic, because she's my mic, and we're facing each other, which is terrible recording technique. Yeah, I mean, it's awful for sound, but for a vibe, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
We loved it. Yeah,
it's almost like a little bit what's going on here. If people are just listening, you two of you just literally sat next to each other. You got a microphone each and a guitar, and that is it. So we always say this always sorts the men out from the boys when we have people in to play live. And you're going to do a number for us tonight. What are you going to do for us?
Yes, we're going to play the very first song that Ben actually sent to me. It's called Black and White, and I just absolutely loved it. As soon as he sent it to me, I listened about halfway through and emailed straight back and said, yeah, I love it. So yes, Black and White.
It's Chrissy and Ben with us tonight here on the evening show As It Happens on Wave 105.
So you got perspective. You were given 2 ears, so you hear it from both sides. But you only got one heart, it only knows one way to love. When you find the one, suddenly it'll all let up. When it's real love, you don't have to think twice. When it's real love, there's no sacrifice. You just let go, 'cause you know you got it made for life. There's no compromise. Real love.
always get me through. You paint rainbows in the rain. There'd be no me without you. I've only got one heart, I only know one way to love. And you're the one, you make everything add up. Oh, when it's real love, you don't have to think twice. When it's real love, there's no sacrifice. You just let go, 'cause you know you get it made for life. There's no compromise. Real love is black and white. If it's real, then it can't be broken. All the words that you leave unspoken. If it's real, then you want for nothing. Don't know why, but it's just that something. It's the look in your eyes when you just know. There's no try, there's no why. You just let go, just let go, just let go. Oh, when it's real love, you don't have to think twice. When it's real love, there's no sacrifice. You just let go, 'cause you know you got it made for life. There's no compromise. There's no compromise. Real love is black and white.
There is no way that you can be from Bedfordshire. Absolutely no way with voices like that. It's just fantastic. You sound like you should have been born in the heart of country music, with just the way that the pair of you get together. For people who missed it when you were on last time, just remind us how you got together in the first time. I know you said that was the first song that you sent through to Chrissy, Ben. How did it all happen?
We actually met on Facebook, the two of us. Ben had been writing some songs and put a status up to say, there must be a female country singer that wants to sing these songs with me. And a mutual friend of ours tagged me into that status. And like we say, Ben sent me 4 of the tracks that he'd already written, and Black and White was the first one, alphabetical order it went. So the first track that I listened to, and I honestly got halfway through and I thought, oh my gosh, I love this song so much, and emailed straight back and met up the next day, and it just went from there.
It's not the right kind of time for this kind of music in this country at the moment, is it? It's very difficult because everybody's all into hip hop and.
Well, last year maybe we would say that, but you know what? We've been touring around the country, and the amount of fans that are now getting on board that perhaps didn't like country music and thought it was a kind of stereotype of Stetsons and cowboy boots and rhinestones and talking about divorce and stuff, and it really has evolved so much. I mean, we still have the sad stories behind it, but the songs are current. It's very what's happening right now. So. Yeah,
I mean, there's a chance our album could go top 10 apparently. Mm-hmm. So I think that sort of shows that it is changing massively. I think, like Chrissy said, it wasn't very cool. It wasn't very relatable. But
there's so many young people getting into it, as well as it's such a variety of ages that listen to this new country music. It's a very exciting time for us all.
I think it's all what it boils down to at the end is that music is music, isn't it? But people still love to sort of pigeonhole you into little places. But hopefully, thankfully, that's going. And you were talking about touring as well. You're coming to our neck of the woods. You're going to be at Brighton at Concord 2 on the 19th of April, and Portsmouth Wedgwood Rooms, which is really close to us as well, 21st of April. So quite a big tour all over the country.
Yeah, it's growing every day actually. We just added Blackburn, that famous
couple of venues already sold out, which is within the first week we sold 2, I think, out, which was crazy. So.
It's all good stuff. Obviously, people, if they want to come and see you, we'll pop these dates all over the place up on our Facebook page as we speak. And of course, the album due out on the 2nd of March as well. The album's called Brave. Looks like the video for the single Friday Night. Looks like you had a lot of fun.
That was great.
That. You look like I said earlier. You look like you were sort of born to be living in the States. Really, it was a nice concept for the album as well, with the food van and everything.
The food was amazing from there, although everybody else, we were too busy I was too busy in hair and makeup, so I never got to eat all the amazing guacamole that they
I had
made.
to drive this huge food van as well, and I've never driven
it wasn't in the
America.
plan.
I'd never driven an automatic car either, and it was this family. It was there. We rented off them, and it was their like livelihood. And while Chris was in makeup, they were like, "We're gonna get some shots of you driving over the big river in LA." And they're like, "I got in the
fryer going on in the background."
It was great. I got in the van, and he said, "Just put it in drive," and I went.
Where's that?
Big huge stick. I just got this black stick. But no, it was great fun, and we met some really cool people out there. And we feel very lucky to have experienced what we're experiencing. We ended up at some party by the Hollywood sign, like completely by chance. And but we're definitely from Bedfordshire, and we definitely have our feet on the ground with it. And as does everyone in country. We've met quite a few big artists. Like we toured with Little Big Town last week, who are very big in the US, and we were hanging out with them in the dressing room, and they're just like normal people, like really fun normal people.
The bigger your entourage, the crappier you are. It's always been my kind of way of looking at it, because we have people come in here and the demands and the things like that. It's always nice when people are just normal and don't even ask for headphones. I
think this room is about a degree too hot, though.
I'm
joking. I'm completely joking.
It's always good to have you in here. The Shires, Chrissy and Ben with us tonight here on Wave 105. The album called Brave, which is out on the 2nd. The single is called Friday Night, and those tour details, if you want to catch them, up on our Facebook page as we speak now, guys. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.